Okay. Well, welcome once again to the Big B and Little T channel.
Lucy? Let's go too far over here. Get out of the picture.
That'd be okay. Okay.
Good girl.
Here we go. Well, welcome once again to the Big B and the Little T channel. I am the Big B.
I'm Little T.
It's great to have you guys with us. We just realized this week that this is literally our 1-year celebration of having our own YouTube channel, and we just wanted to say thank you to you guys and thank you to my wife, because she does most of the work. Little T does most of the work in the video editing. I can tell you that on Sunday afternoons, if I don't know where she is, she's at the kitchen table and she's there for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, not even realizing that she's editing and doing a great job. But I think she'll tell you that that's been something that she's really enjoyed, and it's not so much what I enjoy, so it actually works out pretty well.
It does, yeah. When we started this channel, we thought, what could we even make a channel about, and why were we doing a channel? And it was just kind of an extra little project to take on as we were getting older and try to just express some of the things that we care about as aging adults.
Yeah, and I think we're still trying to, identify our sweet spot. When we first started, I can remember that we did, I think, 2 videos a week for a while. I did one, and Tina did one, and I kind of dropped out after a while, and I focused a little bit more on exercise. And that really, I do exercise, but it's not so much that I do a lot of diversity in my exercise. So I was like, I don't know how much more I can do. So we kind of have been all over the place. And I think when we subscribe to various channels for a variety of different reasons, and I think what we find ourselves doing is oftentimes comparing ourselves to these people who have thousands and thousands of subscribers. But what we didn't see, and what you don't see unless you intentionally go back, is what they were like in their first year. And I bet you that they were much like us. Again, our goal is not to have thousands and thousands of subscribers, but just to find like-minded people. But I imagine they were kind of all over the place as well, trying to find their sweet spot. And I think we're still doing that. I think we found maybe one sweet spot for sure, and that's Tina's cooking. She's done that very consistently, and I think if you look at her videos from a year ago to where the one she posted last week, there's just really no comparison of how it's put together, the music, the editing of it, and she does a really good job at that. She also does a really good job, a much better job than me, of actually trying to capture some of the things that we do throughout the week. That's difficult for me. You can talk about that, but it's difficult for me to remember to do it, and also I fight that idea of like, why would anybody want to see me doing it?
Yeah, it's funny because we didn't really, at the beginning, do things together, and I think the one I just posted recently of us together was the 13th blog or vlog that we've done together. And other times we were actually doing things together, but it was more like when we took a little trip to go to Tulsa, or when we went camping and we were actually together. But that didn't start out as an intention for us to actually do some together, and I think that that's just a kind of way that we could be going if we were just kind of showing our life and what we do. Right now what we do is just pretty much Groundhog Day all the time, because Tuesday through Friday our days are almost identical. And it just depends on what's going on the weekends, whether it's something that we dub film-worthy or YouTube-worthy. So we have quite a bit of variety, but I feel like the more we do it, the more we'll find that niche of just where we feel like we fit in the World Wide Web. And one thing that I will say has been very good, even if it's still been a learning curve, it's been a huge learning curve, is that we have been very consistent. The only time we took off was at Christmas time for a couple of weeks when we had family in and just figured it was kind of a natural time to take a break. But week by week, we've put something out there, whether it be a something we've done together, or if it's a cooking recipe. And I think that's the key to our success in the future, is to continue to be consistent.
Yeah, I think consistency has probably been one of the best things, because I don't think I had any idea of how much work goes on behind the scenes to even get it from, you know, videoing to editing to uploading. And sometimes for us it might be a 10 or 15 minute video, and that can take hours. And, you know, again, when you compare yourself to other, you know, YouTubers who put out a 25 to 30 minute video a week, you can really see how much time that consumes of your life. And I think that's the challenge that I personally have, is trying to balance wanting to be in the moment and wanting to you know, do life, and not always have to capture it with a camera and then share it with other people. I mean, we lead pretty, as Tina said, pretty groundhog lives right now, but we think that maybe one of the sweet spots, you know, could be to do things more together and just capture those moments periodically throughout the week, and to see more authentically who we are. I think it's so easy to be on camera and you try to be very professional, and you try to, you know, make everything look just right. And I think people, just like when we watch other YouTubers, what we like is when people are authentic, and you get to know their personalities, and you get to know how they interact with one another. And that's what we've tried to do the last few, maybe, well, at least definitely the last one before the last one. That'd be the time before the time.
the previous two.
Is to not create something that's, quote, funny or inauthentic, but to just capture things. So, as an example, we had a race where we put sheets on the bed. Well, I put the sheets on the bed.
That's it. He loves that.
Yeah, that's my thing. But then there was a race to put the pillowcases on the pillow, and people might think that we did that just for the YouTube channel, but the reality is that we've done that off and on for years and years and years. And actually, I won most of those.
You did. You were such a liar.
So, but in any event, you know, again, we started to think, well, who would want to see that? But I mean, I don't know who wants to see it, but it is really our lives. I mean, not necessarily a pillowcase race every day, but just those kinds of quirky kinds of things that go on. We're probably more quirky and silly and goofy than what we've been able to capture the last year, because one, we haven't been quite authentic and comfortable enough, and secondly, we think sometimes, like, who'd want to see that?
Yeah, well, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
We're just like living our lives, and that's one thing that we've got to get better about, is just to randomly have the camera set up and we're just being ourselves, and to just live life while it's going. But if we do that, we need more batteries.
Yeah, we always need something more. We have a new tripod now because the other one broke. But I mean, the reality is that that's what draws us into other people's channels.
It
is to just get to know them, and we look forward to seeing their videos once a week. And again, we never went into this with the intention of trying to grow this into a monetized kind of, you know, process and have thousands of subscribers. We just wanted to present our life and what we're going through, and knowing that there very well could be very like-minded people out in the world who say, you know, I'm getting older, and they are facing, like right now we're facing, you know, downsizing, empty nested, moving to a new community, having to figure out finances and apartments, and we're not the only people that are doing that. And it's important for us to capture those moments better than what maybe I have been doing, to show people, like, what's it like, you know, when you're in your 60s to go get an apartment in a brand new city that you're not totally familiar with.
Yeah.
And I've learned some things in that, and that's what I need to be sharing with. And that's, again, Tina does much better at saying, we gotta get the camera set up. Just set it up. Let's just talk and let's just be ourselves. And I'm more like, what are we going to talk about? And, you know, those kind of things. Although I do like to wing it.
You always have,
yes.
Even when you're a teacher.
That's absolutely right. Could put the thing over there somewhere. Just put the mic over there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's because you bumped or something went funky on it.
Maybe we should just try it with that for this time. I mean, I can do some sort of like fiddling around without actually using any of the ingredients up at first, if you want.
What are you talking about?
I thought you wanted to test and see what it sounds like if I'm bumping and making noises and stuff.
I am. I'm going to test it right now. It's going to be jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spread your legs. Reach down to your right leg. Oh. Grease down your left leg. Oh. Oh. Right in place. Do a straddle jump.
It's time for a snack.
Lucky you. Is it good? Yum.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to fold it this way, then take it out that way.
Chrissy, did you get your eye fixed again? Huh? It wasn't quite fixed the first time, was it?
Sit down.
Yeah, we get to do it again.
It's
Good job. Want your bone?
Yeah.
Where's your bone? Oh, look there. Just not now there. Okay, our soup's been cooking for a while. I've stirred it a couple of times and it's starting to come to a boil. So what I'm going to do, this is a 1 pound package of thin spaghetti and it's already been half used, so it's about 8 ounces left. So 8 ounces of spaghetti are going to be our noodles. Make kind of a mess there.
Morning. Take the buggy thing down. Time to get up.
Rise and shine.
Oh.